We lose 7 men a day every day, 2 women every day. That's 9 Aussies that woke up this morning that won't wake up tomorrow morning. One of the most important things that I've found on this journey to being more mentally fit and trying to get Aussies more mentally fit is to try to keep it as simple as possible. That there were so many Australians out there that never quite spoke about the stuff that was important to them. They were either burying it down into their guts or they were just throwing it around in their head and they're not quite sure how to talk about it. Everyone's aware now that we've got a problem in this country, but we don't quite have the action that goes with the awareness, and that action has got to be education of everyone to have the words to start the conversation. We put people into these workshops to give them the skills to be able to listen, to be able to talk about how you truly feel. The aim of Gotcha for Life is 0 suicides, and I know that's a big call, but 1 is too many.
Welcome to Sydney Harbour for the second heat of the JJ Giltinan 18-foot skiff championship for 2025. As breeze is in and we've got a terrific day. Sun is out, the Whitecaps are here with us, and after the wonderful race we saw yesterday, we're hoping for another exciting race in Heat 2 of the championship. Good afternoon. On behalf of Sail Media, I'm Peter Shipway along with Dolly DeVola, Jimmy Bury and all the crew. We're looking forward to bringing this second heat to you. So, Dolly, let's get into it. What's the breeze? What are you thinking today?
Well, cracking day for a start, Pete. Sun's out, breeze is in the north-northeast, which is how we love it on Sydney Harbour. It's not a sea breeze, it's a system breeze. But at the moment, the northeast is sort of the strongest direction. It's ticking back and forth a bit. At the moment, we've got 13 to 15 knots. Majority of the boats with the big rig, so if we get any more than that, it could get pretty exciting. We've got an incoming tide all afternoon, a flood tide, 0.7 of a metre is the differential high tide at 6:30, so that'll help with the chop, with the incoming tide. Tide is flowing with the breeze, and traffic at the moment doesn't look too bad, does it?
No, it's minimal, but keep our fingers crossed. I'm sure we'll get some people that interfere with the race as we saw yesterday. But anyway, that's for a bit later on. So, Jimmy Bury, for those that, good afternoon to you. Firstly, for those that are unfamiliar with Sydney Harbour, I'm sure most of our viewers are, but for those that are not, talk us through the course we're expecting today.
G'day, Shibbo. You got us on the northeast course number 1. So we start down here near Clark Island and the boats work their way up to the Beachel Buoy up near South Head, set their spinnakers down around Shark Island, back down to Clark, work their way back up to the Beachel Buoy, a run straight down to Clark Island, around that mark, and then back up to the Beachel Buoy for the last time, come down around Shark Island, a short little run to the finish here, just off Double Bay.
Thank you, Jimmy. Well, today we're racing for the Cliff Monkhouse Trophy for Heat 2 of this championship. Cliff, a great worker for the 18-footers over the years. He won the 1964 JJ Giltinan Championship in Tagara, a famous name that Cliffy carried through all his skiffs, 12s and 18s, and he leaves an indelible mark on 18-foot skiff racing, and they're racing for his trophy today. And this series, as we mentioned yesterday, proudly sponsored by the Winning Group. And today's sponsor is Gotcha for Life. And a little earlier today, I spoke with Belinda Elworthy, the CEO of Gotcha for Life. And this is what Belinda had to say. Gotcha for Life stand for?
So Gotcha for Life is essentially a mental fitness charity. We're really committed to helping all Australians, but particularly our young ones, to learn how to build their mental fitness so we don't wait until we face a big challenge to start to really look after ourselves.
Is it mainly based around young people at this stage?
So we have a real focus on working with young people. We've been funding and working with kids in high schools for a very long time, but over the last couple of years we're now working in primary schools, and that's some really incredible work where we're starting to work with teachers and students and parents to help our very youngest understand that it's really important to build your emotional muscles just like your physical muscles.
And do you rely solely on donations?
mostly. We get very little funding from the government, so giving from our corporate partners, philanthropy, or mums and dads and families, that's how we fund the work that we do, and that means that we can go into schools and not have to charge a fee at all, so we remove all the barriers to building that education.
And how did Gotcha for Life come about?
So Gotcha, we're just about to turn 8 years old, and Gotcha for Life was started by an incredible friend of mine, Gus Warland, who you may know of. Gus lost someone, and he was really determined to never lose someone else who made that choice to take their own life, and he really believed that we could teach and learn the skills to help us to be brave and reach out when we do face our darkest times.
And are you going to sail on Gotcha for Life today?
Not today, but I have to say I have already. So I was here for the Queen of the Harbour race, and we spent a bit of time. We capsized, so it was my first time capsizing. Today I'll be on the spectator boat, so enjoying it in a much more relaxed fashion.
Well, thank you for all you do. It's a wonderful charity, and I hope everyone can get behind you and support it. So thanks, Belinda.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, a wonderful charity, and I'm sure if you can, you will donate. Well, let's have a look at the weather again, Dol, because people may have just joined us. We're still about 12 or so minutes away from the start for the second heat. Breeze is sort of hanging in there, isn't it? It's probably dropped off a knot or two since we came out.
Yeah, just the last few minutes, Pete. It looks like it's dropped a bit, but I'm sure there'll be another wave of pressure coming down. I can see there's still quite a bit of pressure up towards Chowder Bay. This bottom half of the course, traditionally anyway, it can be a little bit patchy. Just seeing some boats shaping up off the line, having a look at it, and at the moment they're fairly high on Bradley's Head, so that tells me that it's more in the northeast, getting a little bit east of northeast. Is that what you're seeing there, Jimmy, on the reading?
That's the info that's coming through, and
a little bit of east-northeast.
Yeah, so 039 to 046 degrees. So.
Yeah, so shifting a bit.
Yeah.
What we're going to see, I think, Peter's, again, a bit like not as shifty as yesterday, but it's going to make it tricky for these guys to pick which side. I can see some big port hand lifts over on the western side of the harbour with some yachts. So it's definitely got a bit of shift in it, and definitely some changes in pressure. And what that we usually see with that is the smart guys get to the front of the fleet and the cream rises to the top, right?
Well, we certainly saw that yesterday in a fabulous race in a very shifty and puffy easterly, and it was a really terrific win to Yandu. They were there or thereabouts most of the way. They got the lead, then they lost it again to Finport, but another excellent performance by Finport, who finished second. And then ASCC from New Zealand were third, and SeaTech from New Zealand were fourth. So the two Sydney boats followed by the two Auckland boats in a terrific race yesterday. And we thank everyone for their comments. The live chat is alive with comments today, as it was yesterday. Kurt Snowden, he's been there since about 11 a.m. sending comments. I don't know what's happened to him, but anyway, he's been very excited, old Kurt. He's 100 million messages there, but thank you. We really do appreciate it. Mick Ralph's there, Ian Barnard, all our favourite people. Joy Brown is there to know she's well and safe on Bribie Island after the cyclone hit up there, so that's very good news. We're very thrilled that everyone's safe up there. Angus Roxburgh's there. He's back again. Lofty here from the Adelaide Hills. Nice to have you with us, Lofty. Glenn York, the Foot's here.
G'day, Foot.
He can't believe it's 50 years since the late Bob Killick, Perry Como, God, there's a star, and the Foot sailed together in the Harold's Place when we made the Australian team to compete in the JJs up on the Brisbane River, which was won by KB. So there's a bit of history there, and I'm sure you would have been pleased with son Keegan's performance yesterday. They say an outstanding race to finish second. Leon McNeil's there, Dave Grogan's there, Chris Keevers is there, Mr. Hyde's there. Hello to you, Mr. Hyde. Who else? We're Stuart Brown's back with us. Angus Roxburgh. Kurt Snowden. Gee, truth is hard to find. I don't know, Kurt, have you been having an early drink? But anyway, you're going well. Dave Kleinman's there. Who else? Oh, Rollo's there from Fremantle. What would a series be without Rollo? Hello to you, Rollo. Grant Rollison. Graham Bennett's there. Damon Michael's there. Olivia Dameron, Yankee Express, Nipper Henderson, and so on and so forth. Bing Bong's there. Gary Leaf, John Martin, Jerthel Tajoli, I don't know, Ellie Joel, Go Eli, I think must be from New Zealand anyway. Robin Cole, he can't sleep, so excited. Middle of the night here in the UK. Well, whatever.
Glad we're keeping you up at night.
Whatever keeps you awake, Robin.
Yeah,
That's nice to know. And our two little friends from the UK are back with us. They watch each week.
The youngsters.
The youngsters, yeah. And we got a very nice email overnight from there. There they are. That were here.
Hey.
There they go. Welcome to you guys. Heidi. And Oscar.
Austin.
I'm sorry, Austin. You're going well on that trapeze out there.
Yeah,
so welcome back. Welcome back to you. And very nice email we received from. I'm just trying to find the name here. Jimmy, who's this guy that sent us? I thought he had his name here. Oh, Tim Whitehead. Sorry, from the Ullswater Yacht Club in UK. Now, Tim's been with us before, but he sent us a very nice message. So, Tim, very much appreciated, as are all your messages. But here we are. We've got just under 6 minutes to go for the second heat, and the breeze back again a little bit here at Double Bay at the starting area. There's Yandu, yesterday's winner. Tom Needham with Fang Warren and Louis Brake. They did a fantastic job yesterday.
Absolutely. You know, they had speed, they had smarts. They were trading blows with the Finport, and there they are. They're sitting on top of the Finport now, and we've still got 6 minutes to go. So they're already playing the intimidation tactics, I think. But what a fantastic race it was yesterday. So hopefully we're going to see more of that close action today. And look, obviously the Kiwis are on the pace. I'm hoping that we're going to see a little bit better performance from the Black Knight today. Hopefully they can stay out of trouble. But yeah, super impressed with. There we are, 5 minutes there, Pete. Super impressed with ASCC and Alex Vowlings in the C-Tech yesterday, and obviously Finport and Yandu, a bit of a standout, but hot on their heels was the Rag and Balmain and a few others. So to me, it's looking pretty nice here at the moment. We've got a little bit of right pressure at the start line, but it looks like the further you get over towards Bradley's Head, it starts to go a bit left. So, Pete, I'm thinking we're going to see a drag race to Bradley's Head.
Yeah, that's the norm in this breeze.
And whoever can tack over there and cross will lead us up the bay, I think.
We'll be in the top group, that's for sure. Sorry, just a few more guys have joined us, so hello to you all. I won't be able to get to you all. Peter Lester's there. I don't know whether it's Pete from New Zealand. If it is, hello to you. The Rogue Riggers there. Mitchell Miller, Michael Retchford, Peter Stevenson, Mr. Hyde, and so on and so forth. Scott Baker, hello to you all. Malcolm Robertson. So thank you all. As I say, I hope I probably missed a few, but we're very, very appreciative of your viewing as we go for 3 minutes 40 to go. Is that the Burrowang's already had a capsize up there?
Yeah.
It looks pretty wobbly up the other end of the line, but that's the view looking back from the pin end, back towards Point Piper and the starting area. Double Bay to the right, breeze up here, Madole, 14 knots I'd give it.
Yeah, another little spike.
Okay, big rigs will be at maximum for a lot of the time up this beat. We'll just see what it's like once we get up near the top mark at Sound Pigs, the Beetle Boy. 3:30, just 3 minutes 10 to go. Remembering yesterday, Yandu first, Finport second, the New Zealanders third and fourth, with ASCC third and C-Tech fourth.
Interestingly, Pete, we're seeing higher readings both at the airport and Cronulla. So we may see a bit of an increase in the breeze once the breeze gets over the land that's upwind of us here. And if we do get that, we're going to be getting right in the top end of the range of the big rig, and that should equal a bit of excitement.
Well, 3 individual recalls yesterday. Vycobi, they went back early. The Herfler House went back late, and the Burrawang was also over. So it was a clean start except for those 3, and Vycobi did a good job. They went back and then ended up in about 7th position, just behind the Balmain boys in 6th. But here we are, coming up to 2 minutes. And first thing will be a clean start, and then away to Bradley's. As Dole said, get to Bradley's first or in the top bunch and can punch out on Port. You're in pretty good shape for this first beat. I think they'll protect the left a bit, looking at this breeze, Dole, as they go up harbour, won't they? Or down?
Yeah, I think so, but I was just thinking, Pete, you know, they might be a little bit more excitable today, day 2 of the championship.
A bit more relaxed, do you think?
But, well, a bit more excitable. I'm just wondering whether we might see that recall today if they start to push. We're at 1:30 now. They are still a fair way off the line, so maybe they're going to behave.
Couple down to leeward end is Burrawang coming back, and I think it's Lazarus, is it? He's the other boat. There's the Burrawang. And they're coming back on Port. There's another boat down there. But anyway,
Burrawang just and Lazarus having a run back up the line. They're going to tack underneath
Lazarus
the
is the most leeward boat. So
1
minute to go. Where everyone?
Yandu's
up the top here.
With Vycobi.
Vycobi's there. Smeg's there. Rag back a little bit. Okay, that's Lazarus closest to camera. Burrawang with a blue flash down the sail. He's fairly advanced. Got 35 seconds to go.
Black Knight down towards the pin end too, Pete, along with Finport just a bit up from the pin end, and Bigfoot.
Sea-Tech reasonably positioned in the middle of the line. Bit of a hollow in the middle as always, and up the most windward boat will be the Royal Oak 4 Pines. Oh, Yandu back a little bit, just holding back. He's got a lane to get in there, just below Vycobi. Oh, there's Lazarus early down that end.
They're starting to push up here, but I think we've got time.
7 seconds. Oh,
Vycobi's pushing
2, 1.
Okay, we're away. I think there'll be an individual.
I reckon we're general.
No, it's general. Yeah, it's general. Well, as we thought, they got a little bit toey.
I should have had a tenner on that with you, Pete. Try and get some of that cash back from you.
Bit of a tangle up down the pin end.
Yes,
between the 18-footers and
Herfler House.
So we're do it all again. So if you just joined us, you haven't missed anything. You've missed a general recall for the second heat of this championship. The breeze, what's the breeze, Dole? 13, 14, I guess?
Yeah, it's down a little bit. It's not over 15 at the moment. See the boats at the moment, they're footing off the line just to see how their positioning was, how their settings are, see how they're lining up against their opposition around them. And gee, I'm liking the look of Yandu again, Pete.
Yes, he was up near the committee boat, and they're still going upwind as though they're racing, and he's above the lighthouse at Bradley's at the moment. He's about 200 metres away from the starting line, and he would just be making the lighthouse, but a little bit of tide will be adverse as he gets towards the point. But anyway, we've got to do it all again.
I think a few people might be reassessing where they started on that line for this next one. But, I had my suspicions. They were all looking a little bit toey. And first day, everyone's a little bit conservative. And second day, they come out with all guns blazing. So it'll be interesting to see what starter Hugh Lester does here, whether he's going to give them another chance or whether he goes to the black flag.
He's famous for going straight to the black flag, Dole.
We have sailed with him ourselves as a race officer. And he doesn't. He usually doesn't muck around. He doesn't like being out here all day.
No.
It's got a message from Stuart Leslie. He's from Dorrigo, mid-north coast of New South Wales. He says he's an ancient former skiff sailor out of the Lane Cove 12-foot skiff club. He could sail on our local sports ground at the moment. So they've had a lot of rain up there, so all the best to you, Stuart, and everyone on the North Coast and in Queensland. We hope you're getting through it all after torrential rain and wind up there. So David O'Connor watching from Hawaii.
G'day, Dave.
Sipping a Mai Tai, I guess.
Jimmy's old skipper.
No, he didn't skip it for me.
he
He
didn't.
had Robbie and Trent, mate.
Oh, of
the
course,
year after me.
yeah. I thought he had a sail with you as well.
One sail.
One sail?
That was enough for
Yeah.
me and Dave. No, we got on really well.
G'day, Dave.
Davey, how are you, mate?
Hope you're well, mate.
So there's the committee boat with the general recall flag still flying, and most of the skiffs now coming back. I think we're coming up to 6 minutes to the next start.
Oh, I can see a black
Yeah.
flag there getting ready,
Oh, right.
Pete. No messing around.
No.
So for viewers who aren't familiar, black flag means that if you're on the course side of the start line in the last minute, you are automatically disqualified.
Just from today's race.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might as well go home. They won't. They don't recall you. They just note it down, and when you come across the finishing line, you don't get the hooter. That's the worst feeling ever, isn't it? I'm sure we've all experienced that at some stage. But
It's a great feeling, isn't it, Pete? Slog your guts out all day.
especially if you're winning.
Yeah.
So it's a good deterrent, the black flag.
It certainly has a tendency to make them behave.
So I've had one shot at this. It wasn't good, so we're going to go, well, the black flag's not up yet, but we saw it fluttering in the, here we go. Oh, there's the naughty flag. It's up with 5 minutes to go. A black flag start. If you're over, you go home.
I thought that goes up at the 4
At
minute.
the 4 minute. Yes, Jimmy, I was going to say the same.
Could you protest? Do you want to protest, Dol?
Well,
No.
it should substitute for the P flag.
Yeah.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
what that was my understanding.
Yeah. Okay.
Might come down again. No, I think they'll leave it up.
Either way, it'll come down at 1 minute.
I think the fleet will get the idea, that's for sure. And the good news is, and I hate to say it, the harbour is relatively clear of yachts and kumquat heads in powerboats.
You've cursed
For the
us now,
moment.
Pete.
Find some timber to touch, Pete, quickly.
Yeah, well, my head's there, but we'll see what happens. But as 4 minutes, hooter goes.
Black flag's up.
Both flags up and looking upwind from Double Bay towards the weather mark up Sound Pigs Way to past Camp Cove, up near Camp Cove, Watson's Bay. For those that know the harbour, it's a long beat against the tide, not an extreme tide, but it is a flood tide coming in. So we're lining up for the second start of Heat 2 of the Championship, the Cliff Monkhouse Trophy, and today's race sponsor, that wonderful charity, Gotcha for Life.
Yeah, Cliff Monkhouse, a very famous name in the skiffs, who did a lot for the skiffs, and the Tagara boat name still being carried today, isn't it, Jimmy?
Yeah, by Sam Monkhouse, sailing a 16 out of St George Sailing Club. So
With Tommy Clout.
Tommy Clout.
So if you're wanting to donate to Gotcha for Life, there is the QR code on the bottom of the screen. So I know it's not easy times, but if you've got a spare penny or two, I'm sure they would be very appreciative, and it's a great, great charity. So off camera, we've got someone capsized down.
I was going to ask our skipper with the good eyes who
is
that
that,
down
Jimmy? With 2 minutes and a half, 2 minutes 30 to go, he's going to struggle to make the start. But
That I'm not sure.
there. Well, you can't tell now,
was it
because
one of
now they're laying down.
sails
was it one of our UK friends, perhaps? Anyway, let's not.
It possibly could have been Alan, Pete. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
No, Alan's back here behind
Oh,
us.
is he? Right.
Here it's coming up now.
Here we go. He's trying to get up. Who is it? First to get him gets a $10 prize. Is it the 18 footer? No. Got to let jib off, I think, to help. Anyway, minute just over 2 to go. No one's going to win the money here. Oh, we're back at the starting boats. black flag start for this second attempt at the start of the second heat.
I'll tell you who it is. The Victorians.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But you don't get the money, Jimmy. You got binoculars there. You know.
Well, you blokes were cheating as well.
No. Minute and a half to go. Fleet well back, as you'd expect. I think most will be trying for this windward end. It looks a good position to be.
It does. The Red Rockstar were up there, but they've had to bail out. They were early.
And the breeze only about 11, 12 knots here. Bit more as you get towards Bradley's Head, but just here at the start here, lifting off a little bit.
So just getting confirmation regarding our black P or U flag.
Yep.
It goes up at the 5 minutes under the 18's SIs, down at the start.
Okay.
It's come from a...
1 minute
Jack.
to go. And right in the middle of the course, we have
I think that's the glass island. I
wouldn't even call it a boat. I mean, look at it. I mean, right in the middle of the course.
With 30 seconds to go. Coming down to 30. Boats are well back this time, so they're
well
behaving.
Back, but you couldn't place this boat in a worse position if you tried.
But the people on the board are going to get a great view of the 18-footers.
Well, I'm speechless already. But anyway, with 15 seconds to go, here we go. There's a clam at the weather end. They're all
very
up here.
tight at the boat end.
Yeah, we've got 8 seconds to go. Lazarus well advanced down at the pin, as is sixth. Here we go. Foot's down. We're racing. Yandu got it at the windward end. Beautiful start by Tom Needham. Terrific start. Just below him is Smeg, Nathan McNamara, and down below them are the two Kiwis, ASCC and CTEC. We're off. We're off to Bradley's.
And the rag below CTEC.
And look what's coming right in the middle of the course. We've got this absolute idiot in a big cruise. I don't know. I won't even call it a boat. It's just a big blob of bloody glass. There it is. Look at that. Right in front of rag. I mean, you just shake your head. Please let me simmer down. Simmer down, Shibbo.
Settle down, Shibbo.
Okay, right. So we're going to... Rag goes behind him.
Couldn't get any closer.
No. There's... Who's that pulled away behind him? CTEC, the big Lee behind him. Yandu and ASCC will be above him. No, they're going to have... Go behind him.
ASCC's got to tap.
Yandu's going to push the button and go across his bow. ASCC completely chicken winged up there. Shore and Partners comes behind him. Well, you just, I don't know. You're left speechless.
You can't write that story.
No, you can't write that crap.
What that did, Pete, was give a big advantage to Yandu.
Yeah, he got across the bow. He got a great start at the windward end. But anyway, down at the leeward end was Lazarus, and he's going to be first to Bradley's, I think.
Certainly looks like
Tommy Kunich. They're out in clear pressure, and they're going for it, these boys. There's Yandu. Looks in good position already early in this race.
Sixth and the Black Knight not in a bad position here either.
All boats on starboard. There's some boat speeds there we've got, very sophisticated. Black Knight, 9.2 knots. Honda Marine slowing down a bit. Yandu at 11 knots. Okay, the breeze now. What's it, Dol? We've got 13 knots here at Bradley's. First to Bradley's will be Lazarus. But Yandu, will Lazarus cross Yandu? That's the question.
Well, if he gets a header over here, he will. But at the moment, they're lifting. And there's a big
What did I say?
cruiser.
Why did I open my mouth? Here's another idiot coming round.
You jinxed us, Shippo.
Look at the waves he's pushing. I mean, where are the maritime authorities? Where are they? Look at this complete fool. Speeds up to make more waves. Yeah, terrific. Poor old Lazarus going to...
There they are. They're about to
hit the Bondi surf.
Yeah.
There they go. 1, 2. Okay. Back to the racetrack. Lazarus trying to get into Bradley's. There's the Bradley's lighthouse. Look at that wake that fool left anyway. Lazarus about to tack. And this will see...
I'm not sure they're going to cross, Pete.
No, it's going to be close. Finport's well positioned also in the middle of the line.
And with a tack
Sixth,
like that,
yeah,
they're not
not
going
a
to
great
cross.
tack. He tacked into waves. And Sixth has done well. I think Sixth is going to tack under Lazarus. Oh, no, Lazarus going behind him. Black Knight is ahead of Lazarus. And Yandu, I think, will cross them. He's on starboard.
He'll cross them easily.
He'll cross them
as will
easily.
Finport.
Okay, the breeze only about 11, 12 knots here. So that big cruise thing split the fleet up. ASCC was really got hammered there. Where's our other New Zealand friends, Jimmy? The Sea-Tech. Can we see them?
Sea-Tech are just
above Rag and Famish.
Famish.
Okay, here's the race leader, Yandu. Going into Taylor's Bay, off Bradley's. Okay, there's the bulk of the fleet. There's Gotcha for Life, ASCC, Vycobi's there, Balmain, Shaw and Partners.
And if Yandu clear the Bradley's head pole here,
Yeah, they will,
which
for
they
sure.
will extend even more.
And below them, behind them is Finport. That was 1 and 2 from yesterday.
Keegan's squeezing to try to get over the pole, which is making him slow. And
Yeah,
putting him, and he's going to end up
right
in the gas. Yeah.
So Keegan's got a tack here on the Finport. There's the Cardinal mark. There we go. Finport's tacked. It's a big sail breeze here now, Dole, for sure.
Yeah, Tom Needham's decided to tack off with them rather than continue. It looks a little bit light over on the left at the moment.
Okay, they're starting to join up again, the fleet. But Black Knight is very well positioned. He will be close to second, if not the lead. Here he comes in on...
talking to their super coach in the park earlier, Baz Atkins, and
Yes.
he said they needed a lot more vangs, so that's what they
Okay,
were
well, they got
planning
the
on
vang
doing.
on now. They're second for sure. Yandu will cross them. Balmain in the top. This is the top pack here. Finport, ASCC, sixth. So Yandu going out in the middle of the harbour, still on port tack. Sea-Tech just tacking up in Taylor's Bay. In a nice left-hander too, Sea-Tech.
Yandu just coming back now, Pete.
Yeah, I would think you'd protect this left-hand side of the harbour, the western side. There's Yandu, looking pretty smart. Got a terrific start at the committee boat. Did we know if any boat was over, Jimmy? Did we get any?
I haven't got any comms from
Obviously,
Hugh Lester as yet.
with a
so-
black flag, you don't get a recall flag. You're
That's
over, you're
right.
over. So we may just get some notification. But anyway, at the moment, we're assuming everyone's in play. Most of the fleet on starboard now. Moving up.
We did have a pretty good view down the line. And
Yeah,
they,
it looked pretty
they
good,
looked
I think. Where did Lazarus end up in all that? He was strong at Bradley's and he's dropped back a bit. Oh, he's okay. He's up there. Tommy Kurnich.
Nice shot of the Black Knight there, getting through the water pretty nicely. Thank you, Dylan.
It's nice, smooth water up here now. Breeze about 12, 13 knots. Terrific big sail breeze. You'd be hurting a little bit if you're on your second rig, I would think.
Yeah, most definitely, Pete. And what I'm seeing now is, if we look across, you can see Yandu very high on starboard tack.
And there's Lazarus. Lazarus in
There they are now. You can
Yeah,
see Yandu
yeah, there.
left of picture there now.
Balmain going back. And Shaw and Partners, they're on number 2 rig. Emma Rankin and Joel Turner and Brandon Bynick. They might be struggling a little with that number 2 rig at the moment. Ooh.
Not a great tack on the six there.
no.
Drop the
They
tiller.
Drop something.
Drop the tiller.
Yeah, you can't. Not recommended. Black Knight just tacking off top of screen left in really good pressure coming around. Chowder head. He's
Inside out.
Inside
the
out. That's the best gust of the day. He's got 14-15 coming out towards Yandu, but Yandu clear ahead. There's Marine Outlet. Josh Perepsky well placed also. He's about 4th or 5th. And out in the middle is the Bigfoot from Queensland.
Yeah,
Very
both-
prominent.
Both Tom Kunich in Lazarus and the Bigfoot are really sailing pretty well here. The Bigfoot's going to cross in front of ASCC. There they are, right of your picture there.
But the
Get
boat,
across, that would put the Bigfoot probably in third place, I'd think. Pretty close to it.
now, interestingly, there's been a big split. Finport and Rag and Famish have gone hard into the right into the mouth of Rose Bay. It's very interesting tactics from those two because it's left-hand pressure. Yandu's got out off Chowder Head, Clifton Gardens area. There's the fleet coming back on starboard with Honda Marine, Smeg, Kitchen Maker, Balmain dropped back a little bit. There's Vycobi in the middle. So it's a good battle, but at the moment it's Yandu leads from the Black Knight and probably the Queenslanders.
Yeah, I think the
Third?
Queenslanders probably are third at the moment.
Be close between them and Lazarus.
Lazarus,
they're going to cross Lazarus.
We're going to see an intersection between those two. There's Lazarus just pulled down a half a boat length behind the
There they go.
Bigfoot.
But yeah, we've kind of got a left-hand shift on the western side of the harbour and a bit of a
Right
right-hand
hand in
shift
the middle,
on,
haven't we? Or the
Yeah.
middle and the right.
as you get over to the right. But you don't want to be crossing it. You want to pick a side, I think.
But Yandu's well ahead of that group that went into the right. And we've got a ferry barrelling down from Circular Quay, bound for Manly. He's got right of way. We heard there he is there. Fleet have got to give way to him.
The hoot that you just heard was more or less a courtesy to sort of say, "Hey guys, I'm here and I'm coming through." So pick your side.
Well, the fleet have got to respect that.
Yeah, freshwater class ferries, for those who aren't from Sydney, have right of way over all vessels.
Well, looking up Windole from where we are in Chowder Bay, it looks a pretty good runway, doesn't it? Flat water, breeze, hardly any boats.
Dare we say it? Hardly any
No, I'm going to
boats.
say it. Hardly any boats.
That worked well for us last time, Pete. Yeah,
Just got confirmation from Hugh Lester. It was a clear start.
excellent.
Thank you. Well, that's good news. Everyone in play.
So Black Knight, now 6 have just got in the way of our shot, but Black Knight were looking good there in second place behind Yandu. Six that we're looking at now, coming hard into the left-hand side of Clifton Gardens.
They're right in Chowder Bay here.
Go to Ripples for lunch.
Yeah, they
That'd be nice.
They normally get a good left-hander out of here. There they go, the boys. Good tack, better than their last one.
And about to hook into some pretty good pressure here.
It's a good battle for the minor placings here. Yandu's in front, clearly. Probably the Black Knight second, and a real group for third with ASCC, Bigfoot, Lazarus, C-Tex there, Smeg, Marine Outlet up in Chowder Bay.
And that ferry in the background looks like it's slowed down a little bit. So.
And then right in on Steel Point on the eastern side of the harbour's Rag and Famish. And I think Finport's in there as well. So they're hoping for the right-hander coming along the Nielsen Park shore towards Bottle and Glass.
Boy, they're really rolling the dice going
It's
over
a massive,
there, though.
massive risk they've taken going, splitting away. There they are. There's Finport. There's the Rag. That's Steel Point. Nielsen Park in the background.
At the moment, anyway, that's not really working that well for them. But Finport, I can see, have just hooked onto some nice shift and pressure. Opposite tack at the moment to the Rag.
And also going quickly is C-Tech from New Zealand. See him there, just ahead of the Black Knight, right in the middle of Nielsen Park Beach there. He's really motoring well. And Finport's done okay in there.
Yeah, Finport. If Finport and C-Tech can get a shift and come out on a high starboard, they'll do pretty well out of there. Keegan's tacked now.
Yeah, it doesn't look that great at the moment. The boat that's motoring down to leeward of Yandu is C-Tech. There he is, popping round the bow of Yandu. He's going to go into that shore at Nielsen Park there near the Bottle and Glass.
Same again, looking for that header that they can tack on, and at the moment it's just not coming, is it?
No, Finport coming out
C-Tech
on a real
tacking
bad
now.
one. Yeah, C-Tech. Now, what's Tommy Needham and the boys going to do here? An attack short or go up on his line? We're about 2/3 the way up this beat. So Black Knight still second. C-Tech possibly third.
Yeah, I'd say Tom Needham, unless he gets a header, he'll probably keep on top of the Black Knight there until the Black Knight goes. Here he goes now. Both boats tacking like I thought.
Yeah, they're not coming back on anything great, but way in the left of Lazarus and
Marine Outlet, I think, is over there too.
Josh is over there on Marine Outlet.
And Bigfoot's bounced from one side of the harbour to the other.
Not advised.
Usually not. But they're going through the water pretty well.
Okay, what have we got? Only about 10 knots here, Dole, at the moment, I think, in the breeze.
Pretty puffy.
Yeah, it's certainly suiting these big boats with the big sails and #1 rigs, and most of the top contenders are on big rigs.
We've got a bit of cloud filling in from the north, and doesn't look like that's doing us any favours at the moment. Nice shot there. You can see Yandu just above the pushing ahead of the Black Knight. The Black Knight's managed to find a lane, so they're not getting any dirty air off Yandu, so they'll be able to hold that lane pretty much all the way into
Just
this
got a nice lift now, Yandu.
lane line. Yeah, bit of a righty.
Yeah, he's smoking along. He's going to be a clear leader here at the first turning mark, the Beashel Boy up near Sound Pigs.
Doing about 11 knots, which isn't too bad for this condition. Nicely trimmed too. The Yandu boys sailing very, very nicely the last couple of days. As always, looked confident in the park. And always saw Fang there doing a bit of boat work and just checking over everything. Tacking now for a ley line.
Yep,
they're on lead.
Easy lay here for them. So the battle will be for second. It's probably still the Black Knight, with C-Tech perhaps third. So Yandu will lead here. We'll get a delta here. Okay, he's around. Clock is running. Yandu leads. Winner of the first heat yesterday. He's got a nice lead again today, already early in this race. First windward mark. Black Knight tacks on a lay. C-Tech will be third. There's Yandu, good set. Running in on Port Jibe towards Nielsen Park. Black Knight next. Then C-Tech, okay, 26 seconds the delta. Pretty impressive. C-Tech next.
Impressive for early on.
Yep. And
To back up here a bit, we've got a big
there's a
mob
real
of boats coming in.
Yeah, we've got a bit
lot
on
of boats, but Harry Price has wriggled his way up almost into fourth. ASCC getting yelled at. He's in trouble, ASCC. The Rag's
Harry's
going
on
to attack.
starboard, obviously.
They had all the rights there, Rag and Famish. Oh,
Kitchen maker.
got absolutely chicken winged up. Okay, Rag and Famish 4, ASCC 5, Lazarus
dear.
6, and round the outside comes Honda Marine. Where's in there's Marine Outlet, Vycobi. Where's the Finport? Oh, here comes Finport round the outside.
In somewhere as well.
Okay, Marine Outlet is around. Here comes Finport. They're deep. Bigfoot next. Then Balmain, Kitchen Maker on the inside. Shaw and Partners around the outside. Then Smeg. Oh, there's a really big group fighting out for 4th to about 12th. Oh, Smeg's going to hit the mark. Take their wing off. No, just missed it. So we're away. Away to Shark Island. Spinnaker is billowing. The breeze is heading them as they get down here. This middle group, the leader hasn't. He's lifted up. That's normally where the leader ends up, under Steel Point.
It's going to be tricky trying to pick this angle through to the island
Oh,
Smeg and Marine Outlet.
Smeg and Marine Outlet having a little luffing tussle.
They had a little tussle at the top mark there too.
Yeah.
And
Bumpy water here.
along with Balmain. Balmain really got the rough end of the stick at that top mark, but they've managed to recover.
Yeah. So, way ahead. Yandu have jibed off Steel Point, running out into the middle on starboard jibe. The Black Knight second. What a great sight. These 18s powering down the harbour in this 10 to 12 knot northeasterly breeze. A lot of spectator boats out watching, which is terrific. There's the speed of Yandu and Black Knight on the screen. .26-second lead Yandu had at the Beetle Boy turning mark. A few boats jibed out early, Dole, which is to clear their air, which is smart.
Yeah, and a few of them just caught in the traffic with the other boats. They had to get out.
And the old trick, when to jibe to go into Shark Island. This has let a lot of people down over the years. Get this right and you can really smell the roses. Get it wrong, well, you're smelling dead daffodils. You like that, Jimmy?
Like that
I just
one,
made that up.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, I thought.
You'd be pushing up daisies.
Get a copyright on it.
Not pushing up daisies quite yet. Okay, ASCC's jibed. So they really got clobbered by that boat at the start, but they've got themselves out of it again, showing good speed then.
Yeah, the real early jibers were Finport and Smeg, who were a little bit behind.
Okay,
They're just trying to get into some pressure and some clear air and try and find a lane back.
Getting a bit light here on the Shore and Partners and Marine Outlet. Shore and Partners jibed in front of Marine Outlet. Marine Outlet jibes now. Okay, there's the leader. He's back on port jibe. Running into Shark Island. And off camera, Rag and Famish really rolling the dice, going right up under Steel Point before they jibe. Traditionally not the way to go, but you never know. They've jibed in some good pressure. They've got themselves back into about, well, not back into it, they're about fifth, I think, fourth or fifth. The Rag, there they are.
They really made that work, Pete.
Yeah, they did.
Unconventional, but it's worked. They managed to get a little puff to get out of there.
There's the leader going down in front of them, Yandu.
Yeah.
There's the Black Knight from Germany, Heinrich von Bayern, Tom Martin and Andy Martin. It looks as though they've got a pretty good line into the mark, Yandu have. C-Tech might have overcooked a little.
Yeah, Rag has seen that and they've jibed before the line of Black Knight and C-Tech.
He's pretty good at this, Harry Price. He's maybe a whisker high, but anyway, there's Yandu doing it nicely. C-Tech okay in control. The Black Knight's throwing a bit of sheet at it at the moment, but they should get a bit of a lighter spot looking at the water here.
Yeah, they usually get a bit of reprieve as they get closer, but they're not getting it yet. So we'll see how this pans out. They're just giving the kite a little couple of... They're trying to roll it and rag it, roll it and rag it.
So we jibe here and then go back to the starting area at Clark Island. That's the boy there in the middle, the YA boy that Yandu has to round. She'll probably extend a little before she jives. They're in a good squirt too. Well judged, look at that, fantastic.
C-Tech on a very nice line too, Pete, aren't they?
Black Knight, a little bit of pressure on them. They've got to get bow up here.
There's the Black Knight we're looking at now. They're really rolling that spinnaker. They're right on the edge.
Now they'll do it. Nice job, Heinrich.
So we're expecting improvement from them today, and so far we're seeing it.
So they're round. Yandu are gone. They've absolutely blitzed them at the moment. Okay, Black Knight is around. Next will be C-Tech. And these boats run out of breeze a little, the C-Tech. And also behind them, off camera, Rag got high and he's a bit soft in pressure. Okay.
But a big gain to the Rag.
Yes, he did.
They made a very good gain. A good tactic at the top mark, that starboard approach and forcing the other boats off. And their little downwind tactic getting around the point there at Nelson Park seemed to pay off too. Like I said, unconventional, but they made it work. and now they're comfortably on the tail of SeaTech, and then the rag with Finport in pursuit, and there you're looking at ASCC and Vycobi with Lazarus and Balmain behind them. So all the usual suspects, right, Pete? Our form guide
are up there, aren't they?
They are.
Finport extracted himself quite well there. He got a bit buried up the last part of that beat, but wow, Yandu's jumped away. So I'm getting a few comments here. A few people have said, I really should have said what I thought about that cruise boat on the start line. They reckon.
I didn't think you held back, do they?
They do.
Unlike you to hold back, Chippo. Although I don't think you called him that name, so...
No.
We're just racing down towards the bottom mark now. At speed, so we can capture the bottom mark roundings.
Not that much wind, just a nice run down to this leeward mark at Clark Island. There's SeaTech in third position, running round the face of Point Piper, the Royal Prince Edward Yacht Club in the background. Not quite in the background yet, but it will be. There's Yandu. There's the turning mark. We'll get another delta on them. 26 at the windward mark.
And a mark set bot for the bottom mark. Our only mark set bot that we're as a rounding mark today. We had one as a start as well. Is this the one we've got the wind gear on today, Jimmy?
That's correct, Dom.
Yeah, so hopefully they don't wipe that one out today, like we saw them do the top mark yesterday.
Nice early conservative drop. They've got a big lead. You can see Black Knight with a black spinnaker coming in there around for the beat up to Beetle Boy for the second time, and then the big VMG run back down the harbour to this mark.
Really nice drop there from Louis Bray.
Still in the boat, yeah, not full biff yet. Okay.
Just doing the final little tidy up, and they're on their way. There they go, three on line now.
Nice lead. Here comes the Black Knight.
Let's see how they go with the drop. They're a little late.
Little late, still
they're
a bit of work
late
to do. I haven't got them round yet. I've got them round now 36 seconds, so extended by 10 seconds. And then barrelling in is the Rag and SeaTech. SeaTech are low of the mark, so they're dropping, and then it will shoot up, two sail reach. And Rag is on a beauty coming in here. They could get themselves close to third here, the Rag, but SeaTech still trying to get that spinnaker down. Bit more wind here. They're around just in front of Rag. Yep.
Notice the Kiwis, Jimmy, do the fire everything at once.
The old Trent Barnabas trick.
Yeah. Okay. Throw everything and just pull as quick as you can.
Yep.
Yeah. Rather than gathering the foot in first and then firing the halyard.
Okay, SeaTech is round. Rag's round in fourth spot. Breeze 13, 14 knots here. Finport, close enough. And then the second New Zealand boat, ASCC, just dropping their chute. Then Vycobi with the white chute. Balmain with the I was going to say kumquat. It's not kumquat. I've got a kumquat in my brain. It's tangerine. Okay.
I think we can call it kumquat.
I'm being unkind to kumquats by doing that. Okay, Balmain, let everything go. They get round. Will they get round inside?
Vycobi, I think
they might. Yep, they've got boy room. Behind them, the Lazarus boys. Tom Kunich and his team of Josh Feldman and Paddy Bannon. Okay, Lazarus round now. Following them will be Honda Marine.
They're having a better race today.
Yep.
As is the kitchen maker
Harry
right behind
Butler,
them.
Ollie Lloyd and Tony Fitzgerald and the kitchen maker. Then they'll be next. Oh, a few boats have got themselves high. They've got two more jibes to come in.
Yeah, the majority of that chasing fleet being led in by six.
So the breeze lifted them
and
there.
Bigfoot might have got a little bit soft down there. Bow up.
So there's the jibing to come in on Port at 6 there.
This is going to be a bit of a pressure drive drop.
The sixth, boys.
Yeah.
All these boats coming in, a bit of pressure. Marine Outlet dropped back a fair bit there. He was a bit closer than that, I thought.
And so did Bigfoot.
Emma Rankin doing well with the little rig. She's hanging in there nicely. Well done, Emma and the team.
Okay, so this group just going round the leeward mark at Double Bay, and the leaders are off to Bradley's, with Yandu leading by 36 seconds at the leeward mark. That's Vycobi, Kirk Mitchell, Andrew Stevenson and Daniel Barnett bending their backs, and then away from them up top is Keegan York in Finport. Nice breeze, plenty of white caps now, probably 14, 15 knots perhaps.
Yeah, Vycobi really going inside out big time on their mainsail there. They need to make some adjustments.
Big return on that mainsail, yes, on Vycobi.
That's just lots of drag, it's not fast. Just looking at the overhead of the tail enders coming into the bottom mark there.
Who's that? There's someone.
Boat down. Green Spinnaker, so that might be the Royal Oak, I think.
No, the Royal Oak is
still there.
There they are, yeah.
Oh, there's another one. There's a couple of capsizes there.
Well, they're going upside down now, so very hard to tell.
We need the names painted on the bottom of some of these boats, don't we? That'd help. That'd help. I'm being unkind.
Any boats in particular, Shippo?
No, I'm being unkind. Well, they're all doing a great job.
So, there's
meanwhile,
the rag.
back of the pack.
The rag is also starting to
for
rag.
life. That's
Gotcha for life, boys. It's Dave Lightfoot, Will Dargaville, and the old burger, Michael Kennedy, but here's Vycobi, ASCC, and they're coming into Bradley's. It's good breeze, it's best we've seen, Dole, here.
Looking nice, isn't it?
Yeah, Vycobi tacking.
The kitchen maker capsizing just there in the middle of the screen.
Right.
Oh dear. A few people starting to make a few mistakes now. We've got a little bit of pressure. There's Finport in the foreground. Meanwhile,
Yandu out in the middle of the harbour.
Stretching.
He is absolutely scorching them at the moment.
That 36 seconds has grown, I reckon, Pete.
Steel Point, he's halfway between Bradley's and Steel Point on the harbour. He's right in the middle. And there's Balmain still going out on port. There's a police launch doing the right thing here, slowing down and going between the skiffs. So
That's how it should be done.
Yeah.
Henry, Tom and Flynn have pushed forward in the fleet a bit here, which is good to see. They got
on the Balmain, yep.
They got in a lot of strife at the top mark, and that really hurt them. And on that run in the first part of this beat, they've got right back into it. They're right up in this chasing pack. So good job from the Balmain boys.
But what we're seeing at the front of the pack is that Yandu really marching away up the middle of the harbour in this 13, 14 knot nor'easter. Boy, he looks impressive. Well, I suppose you always look impressive when you're a long way ahead, but the trim looks good, the handling looks good, the sails look good. And
they're the defending champions, obviously, but with a different helm this year, with Tom stepping on board. And we were expecting them to perform well, but gee, Pete, haven't they come out firing?
They certainly have. But we're still not even halfway through this race.
Yeah, long way to go. Don't tear up your tickets.
No, a couple of Cheerios. I'd like to say hello to Dave Powies. He's father of Ed Powies. Dave's relaxing in his mansion on Palma, Mallorca. He's been watching, so hello to you, Dave. Looking forward to joining you in the mansion at some stage over there.
Dave will be over when the regatta's finished.
Yeah.
We'll fly over in Shipper's private jet.
Also like to say hello to Rupert Henry. Rupert's over in Lorient in France, preparing his Class 40 for a northern summer of Class 40 racing. He's watching, and his son will be racing in the 49ers, Australian 49er team, coached by Josh Peretsky and Palmer, coming up shortly. So hello to you, Rupert, and your team over there. Thanks for watching. And Pete Montgomery's watching from New Zealand. Hello to you, Pete. And Johnny Montgomery, I know you're avid watchers, so hope you're all well. And there's Finport and the 18-footer spectator ferry, the light purple ferry. Violet, we go for violet. And there's
ASCC just with Finport there, and they are looking pretty comfortable with the dark night, so they're basically black night. Gee, you got me again.
Another $10, $10,
$10 in the jar. They're looking like making up our top four at the moment with C-Tech and Rag and Famish in hot pursuit. There's Rag now. Rag were just ragging their mainsail a minute ago there, so they're getting towards the top end of their power range in these gusts. So it looks like they'll probably be dipping Finport, it looks like, to see how this cross goes.
So this is the battle really for fourth between this fleet. Finport's across Rag. So it's an interesting course, isn't it? I mean, you come into the left and you get the left hand, you get out in the middle and you get a little bit of a right-hander. Balmain's very high up there on starboard, but I think overall it's probably the left is the go.
A little bit more pressure in the left. So it's a left-hand shift and more pressure in the left, but they are getting a good righty on starboard tack over the other side. But yeah, Black Knight clearly second now, C-Tech in third, and then the chasing pack, ASCC, Rag, Balmain, Lazarus, and on the back of them is Vycobi. Pretty much all of them in that shot just then.
Yep. So about halfway up this second beat to Beetle Boy, then the long square run, or VMG run, back to the starting area, and they're the two boats at 1 and 2.
Yeah, Black Knight much improved today. As Jimmy said, Baz Atkins gave him a bit of a firm talking to, and that seems to have worked.
Just hope they haven't given him their mobile numbers, because you normally get that stern talking to at about 5:30 in the morning.
In the morning, that's right.
It scared them into submission, Baz.
He's
a frightening fellow.
I tend to agree, Baz. I don't think they've been using enough fang. But they're looking good at the moment. Nice windward incline there and getting through the water nicely. So, yeah, they'll definitely be trying to bank this good result after a disappointing day yesterday. So they're continuing to push out, but no, here they go now. So they're going to get themselves back to that left-hand side that we've seen's been paying, and pretty much bang on the line. They're pretty much following Yandu at the moment. So I'm guessing Heinrich probably thinks that Tom is doing the right thing, so I'll follow him. Seems to be working for them thus far.
And there's the live leaderboard for the 8 boats that we have the sailfish on for leg 4 of the Northeast course.
So straight down the middle on this next run. We don't go around the island, and I have seen that Yandu do like that VMG run, so that might give them even more of a little bit of a poke out in front. But the Black Knight definitely giving chase. They're not, I don't think they're putting too much distance on the Black Knight at the moment. There's the Rag coming in behind C-Tech.
He's closed up at Seatech a little there. He's back behind them a fair way, but just starting to work into it nicely. But Balmain's the boat that's improved up this beat.
Yeah, they're going to have to dip the rag.
Right in the background is Yandu and Black Knight.
Yandu back on port tack, heading over towards the Beecher Boy.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see Black Knight once again sail to that line that Yandu's on, and they'll follow them in. They're still below ley line for the top mark.
Well short of the ley line. There goes.
But yeah, sure enough, they've gone pretty much bang on.
So ASCC going right into Nielsen Park again on the right-hand side of this course. There he is there, right at the yellow Nielsen Park buoy. Lazarus just behind him. And Seatech also out in the middle, going right. Lazarus over there as well. He's hanging in there well, but here's the boat that's certainly hanging in there. It's Yandu, leading at the weather mark the second time. He's still got about 300 metres to go, but in confirmed control of this race now. There's the Black Knight, our German friends in second spot. Doing a fine job.
And we are up on pressure a bit more now, Pete, especially up towards the top end of the course here, because we're starting to see these big rigs get towards their upper limit. They're really having a lot of trouble making these mainsails hang in and not invert. Some doing it better than others.
So Yandu have got about 100 metres to a ley line to go back, and then the VMG run down the harbour. Black Knight second. They were 11th yesterday, Black Knight, in the first heat. Yandu, of course, won a thriller yesterday from Finport and ASCC. So we'll just see them tack shortly to come in and lay through. 3, 2, having a good look at it. 1.5. 1. Come on, Tom. There you go. He's listening.
Had his comms turned off. Nice bit of breeze at the top mark here. So we're going to see them rip it away at this top mark, and they will be off.
Giant set, do you think, or are they? What are they going to do here?
I'm just seeing where the pressure is. There actually is pressure on the left here at the moment, but they could take either option and both will work.
Okay, they're around. Or get the clock going. Okay.
Straight set. Yeah, because there is pressure there on the left.
Remembering the delta was 36 seconds last time, and take this opportunity to say hello to an old friend of ours, Jeff Stagg, top New Zealand yachtsman.
Staggy.
Multiple Hobart winner, now living in Annapolis. Sent me a nice text how he watches every week. And
working for Far Yacht Design, is he?
No, he's retired. He used to,
Not there anymore?
He says he wants me to be more vocal and clear about my thoughts on spectator boats. Well, I will be, Staggy, if you send my bail money over. But hope you're well, Staggy. Good friend and great sailor. So we're back at the race course here, and there's the Black Knight coming in. Wow, there's a big lead. This is a massive lead. It's all been a minute already. So absolutely, he's halfway down to Steel Point, just jibing now off camera, Yandu, and the Black Knight still 20 seconds so away from the turning mark. He's done well, the Black Knight. He's held strong.
Gee, we must be out over a minute and a half now, are we, mate? Not quite.
I started a bit late, so it's a minute 25.
Near enough.
Yeah, so that's
They've extended.
Big time. Big time. So the Black Knight's around, just set, and away they go. And the battle really is the third spot.
Pretty tight, isn't it? But it's going to be Seatech.
Seatech, and then Finport's in there as well, Balmain. Lazarus has come through. Also, Vycobi's far away.
And Harry Price still in the mix, coming in
Yeah,
from
and
the
Rag,
far side.
He's gone right out to a very fat lay line, giving him opportunity to duck any boats if he has to. But next around will be Sea-Tech, the top New Zealand boat, Alex Failings, and his crew of Matt Stephen and Brad Collins. They're around third. They're about 2 minutes 20 behind the race leader. Next, who's going to get there? Is it going to be Balmain?
Yeah, and they've really done a great job here.
Balmain at fourth. Oh, there's some yelling here between Rag and Famish and Finport.
Yeah, look,
I think it was Finport and Balmain.
Yeah, Finport was on starboard, but Keegan had already started tacking.
Okay,
there,
Finport's around. Rag and Famish first to jibe. Then Lazarus and ASCC together, then Vycobi. They're all very close for this fourth spot.
And that's after 2 full laps where we could throw a blanket over the back half of the top 10 outside of the top 3.
Right, so we're away. VMG run down to Clark Island. Northeasterly breeze, about 14 knots. ASCC have got their kite caught under the batten of the jib. They've freed it up and they're away.
Didn't cost them too much time there. Yeah, Pete, I'm just having a look now where we're right. There was a couple of gusts getting up to 20 knots
We're there,
as
right.
we came up here to the top of the course. It doesn't look that fresh, but that explains why we're seeing those mainsails really ragging and going inside out.
So a lot of split jibes here. As you can see, some on the port jibe running in towards Nielsen, others on starboard running into Chowder Bay, Clifton Gardens. There's the speed. Yandu. 14, 15 knots, jibed in Taylor's Bay.
Geez, Pete, I did say don't tear up your tickets before, but I think you can. They are really a long way out in front there.
They're absolutely on fire.
They can afford to come out here mid-harbour with the incoming tide. It's only going to help them. So they're just hunting pressure, and I just mentioned we're seeing a couple of 20-knot readings over on this western shore.
Here comes a good cross. Balmain's across the Rag. Rag had to put the bow up slightly. So this is the battle for fourth here. Sea-Tech third at the moment. Black Knight second.
Good pressure down this right-hand side of the harbour. Really good pressure.
Well, these boats are off Chowder Bay, if you know the harbour. Yandu's around Bradley's and powering down towards the Leeward turning market, Clark Island. Just sitting back in the boat, just doing it in style. Boy, oh boy. This is good performance. There's the Black Knight. Full credit to our German friends, Heinrich, Thomas and Andy.
So that's the lineup you can see there. Yandu about to pop out the leeward of the shot there. There they are. So that's the gap from first to second. As we said, Heinrich sailing a much, much better race today with his team. If they can hang in there, they'll be super happy with that result today. The defending European champions, the Black Knight.
And there's their speeds on the bottom of the screen.
Can you read that, Jimmy? Because I can't. Okay, so 16.5, 17.5. They're getting along pretty well.
Yes. We've got plenty of tricks up my sleeve here, Tom.
Yeah, mate, I'm learning something new every day. Yeah, occasionally.
So Yandu not far off the leeward drop mark, and then one more beat to Beashel, and then Shark Island, and then the finish.
They picked a beautiful line here too. Looks like Yandu can just sail a real hot line in there. They're maybe a little underlaid, although they're lifting now. A couple of rolls of the kite, so they are a bit under. But Heinrich and the Black Knight guys look like they've picked a beautiful
full
line.
pace. They went right into Taylor's Bay, so they judged this lay line from a long way out, Yandu, and it's a beauty.
They're just setting up for a jibe drop there, I'd say.
There's the mark.
Yeah, they're pretty close. I don't think they were a bit too close to the mark for a jibe drop, so they're going a regular drop, and they'll two-sail jibe.
Okay, there's the jibe. Little short pitch in and then up to windward. So we'll get the clock running.
Oh, they had a bit on there for 1 sec, but they're around safely.
Yes. Dolly said European champions here, won at Lake Garda in the middle of last year. They've been out here a number of years for this championship. They've always figured prominently. And they certainly are figuring prominently today. Second spot.
And, looking into Double Bay, Pete, I can see Gotcha for Life back on the beach, the Burrowing Hotel on the beach, and it looks like the Royal Oak Hotel's going to join them.
So 3 retirements there we can see. What a great shot. The Germans flying downwind.
18-footers on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, both icons of Sydney Harbour.
Iconic stuff. So that's a minute now. So it'll be pretty much the same delta. What they're going to do?
Yeah, by the time they jibe drop this kite, it looks like they've closed the gap a bit, but time-wise we're going to be pretty close, aren't we, Pete?
And there's the chasing group. Okay. Okay, Black Knight is around. Minute 36.
It's pretty much exactly what we were at the top, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty close. So he's a minute 36 and Black Knight's around, and here comes the charging peloton.
So that's
led by
C-Tech, I think. Yeah. We've got Harry Price off shot to the left of them.
Oh, right. He's on a tight lay.
He's on a very tight lay.
Very tight lay. But anyway, these boats have got one jibe and in. And Rag's going to drop early, is he? He's in a really good squirt, but he's lower the mark. He's got to drop.
They're going to have to drop.
Yeah.
So it's a shame he's just misjudged that slightly, because
the
he would have been
spiked up a bit here too, I think.
Yeah.
That's the C-Tech. Something's caught around their back.
The
halyards caught
around the forestay, around the batten.
Oh dear, they got a bit on C-Tech. There they go. Harry Price going to get in. He's got a jibe and pressure.
Oh.
A bit on here, Harry.
Yeah,
Crew
definitely
out there.
a bit on.
Balmain wriggle up inside him.
Finn Rodowitz did a nice job. He was out on the leeward wing before they'd even turned the boat.
Okay, Finnport around. C-Tech still untidy, going upwind. Spinnaker still sort of billowing out of the boat. ASCC. So the real battle is for third at the moment. ASCC's around. Lazarus in touch, and also Vycobi. The first around will be Lazarus. Tommy Kunich, he's around, and then Kirk Mitchell and his team on Vycobi. Then a fair group gap then to the Honda boys. So we're all the way on starboard to Bradley's for this group, but meanwhile, way out in front, Yandu on port, bouncing off Bradley's head now with a massive lead. There he is.
But yeah, we probably had about 10-15 seconds covering third through to 10th then, so they're all very close. There's Yandu just working their way upwind while some of the The boats that are in the sort of 10 through to 20, they're still coming downwind. There was 6 Shore and Partners. Shore and Partners still doing well with the little rig. They'll just be coming into their own now that we've had this pressure build. Probably a good decision from Emma Rankin, probably under a bit of advice from her new mentor Michael Spees with the Maritimo partnership.
Yep. Support from Maritimo Group.
Speesy won the 2 JJs in the early 90s. I think it was 90, 92, 93. One of our viewers sailed with Speesy, and I'm sure you know who that is, do you, Shippo? Question without notice.
Angus Roxburgh.
Angus Roxburgh, that's correct. And do you know who built the winning boat?
Is he sitting close to me?
He is, right next to you, mate.
Good on you, Jimmy. I didn't know you were a boat builder.
One of my many traits.
Okay, well, that setup looks pretty neat on Yandu, and it's doing the job, that's for sure. That's Chowderhead in the background, but they're in midstream now. Not worrying too much about the tide. There's some of the tail enders coming downwind.
Yeah, they'll just sail the shift, sail the pressure, keep it nice and safe. Nothing silly here, keeping an eye out for traffic. They do have a fast ferry coming through below them at the moment, but that should find its way around them and hopefully not over them. Nicely trimmed though, aren't they? They're sailing the boat beautifully.
Where's that ferry going? Just above them. That'll be
just
won't
behind.
affect them, I think. Yeah. So the breeze still hanging in around 12, 13, 14 knots. Maybe a few puffs a bit higher than that.
Yeah, I think the gusts are up above 15
Yeah,
feet.
they got a bit gusty down towards that leeward mark that time. The rag had to round in a pretty good one.
Yeah, we're just seeing a couple of the back markers coming through here, and I can see you're about to see Kitchen make across the shot in 1 second. They must have had a swim because they were...
Yes, they did that last beat up, I think. They were well placed, actually.
They were, and now they're a long way behind,
The other boats, the blue spinnakers, the Victorians.
Victorians?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they're back a bit, aren't they, today? They had a couple of good races before the series started, but I think they're on a second rig, are they? That looks tiny, Spinnaker. Anyway, we're back on the race leader. Probably go all the way to Chowderhead, tack and go out into the middle again. Repeat his tactics from last time.
Yeah, no need to change anything too much, nothing silly. You've got a few spectator boats heading their way to cheer them on. But yeah,
the last boat is just around the top mark for the second time just now, which is the 18 footers bar and grill.
Is that the yellow Spinnaker, Jimmy?
That is the yellow Spinnaker doll.
Yeah.
So while we look at Yandu, I think this boat's been very fast for 2 years. I mean, Woody winning sailed it last year and he won the States. Then he got injured and he was really going well, and he got injured. Mika Lane jumped aboard and they won the Australian titles. I think Woody might have done 1 or 2 heats and then Mika stepped aboard. Or Tom Needham had 1 race. Then Mika stepped aboard. They clinched the Australian titles. Then with Mika steering, they won the JJs this time last year. So the boat has been beautifully set up. I think Fang's got a lot to do with it. Fang Warren, and but you still got to sail it well, and you still got to get the job done, and they're certainly doing that. And if you've got a fast boat, it certainly obviously helps, and that's what Mika Lane said last year when he jumped aboard. He said not only are these two blokes great crew, the boat is just set up so well, it just feels so fast every time you jump on the helm. Well, we've got a long way to go. We've still got 7 heats after this, but at the moment, you'd have to say that this boat is very quick.
Yeah, through all those, through all that time and all that racing, though, the constant has been Fang Warren and Louis Brake, and they are sailing and always have sailed exceptionally well, and smart heads on their shoulders as well. So certainly Tom coming on board, probably with his ability to drive the boat fast, good breeze reading, good tactics. We've seen him get exceptional starts, so they're certainly peaking at the right time right now, but we do have a long way to go in this series. Just seeing the 18-footer bar and grill there coming downwind, so that's, I think, the last boat we've got on course. So they've got a bit of a long afternoon to go yet.
They sure have, but there's Nielsen Park in the background, the newly renovated Nielsen Park promenade. A nice place for a swim today. A nice warm day in Sydney. Remembering we're lay day tomorrow and then we're back on Tuesday, but at the moment we're getting towards the end of the second race of the JJs, and Yandu leads going in towards Nielsen Park. And when we left the fleet, it was the Germans Black Knight who was second, and they're in off Chowder Head, and I think they're still in second spot.
Yeah, clear second. The Black Knight still. It's quite a contest going for third place.
So Yandu approaching the yellow boy at Nielsen Park, and second place Black Knight's just off Chowder Head. Gives you some indication of how far ahead this boat is.
Looking like Finport probably in, or SeaTech pretty even, duking it out for third place at the moment.
And the Rags dropped back a bit too. He's back about 6th or 7th now. There's the second place at the moment, the Black Knight.
So that's a leaderboard that you can see on your screen there. SeaTech and Finport very tight at the moment. Balmain not far behind. So this last quarter or third of this beat is going to be really telling.
It's a bit lighter here now at Chowder. It's not as spiky as it was. A bit of cloud cover coming out of the northwest, but few little puffs coming around the point. That's what Keegan and his team of Matt Stanter and Gus Williams are looking for.
Just tacked on quite a big puff there and weren't quite ready for it.
Matty Stanter tacking backwards.
Yeah, but they're powering out of it now.
Yeah, well, Matty's won at JJ's with Sevi Jarvan. So you'll see the intersection here in a moment. SeaTech just across Finport. Thanks very much.
Oh, they're going to dump
No friends here.
No.
Keegan's put the bow down to try and drive out through him, below him. Oh, SeaTech driving down as well. Oh. Early battle in this series.
ASCC not too far behind.
So from yesterday, we had Yandu winning, and the Black Knight was 11th. He's second at the moment, and then ASCC yesterday was third, SeaTech was fourth, and Finport was second. So the top boats from yesterday, with the exception of Black Knight, are all in the mix again. Off camera, throwing the dice a bit, have been Balmain and Rag and Famish. They've gone hard right into Rose Bay. There's a fast ferry.
To date, that hasn't really worked, but they are coming out there high on starboard, but I don't think it's going to last. I think Harry's just even taken another dig back to the right, has he? Yes.
Yeah, he seems to be dropping back.
They keep going back to the right there, looking for something and just not finding it. I think there's more pressure out on this left-hand side.
Left and middle, I think, is the pressure.
So this battle between C-Tech and Finport continues.
It's a beauty.
Keegan just trying to squeeze around C-Tech's bow, and he's starting to have a bit of success.
He'd be yelling at him, Keegan. He'd be stirring the pot.
But it's working. He's putting the squeeze on C-Tech. C-Tech sailing above where they want to go. Their rig's starting to get into a position they just can't support that mainsail, and Keegan's starting to gain and just a little bit of advantage there, and C-Tech forced to tack away. There they go. There they are now. So that's a minor battle won by Finport there. Keegan, Gus and Matt. And
two Kiwi friends.
Meanwhile, now the Kiwis are going to start engaging, and Balmain has really come back into the game here.
I tell you who we haven't seen, Jimmy, is the Akarana Eatery.
No, we haven't.
Now, I checked their menu out last night.
Pizzas?
It looked pretty nice. I was going for the prawn risotto. But the problem I've got, even though they're in New Zealand and Auckland and I'm here, they don't home deliver.
No Uber Eats?
Nothing. So I couldn't sample their culinary delights. But anyway, they're at Akarana Yacht Club, I've established.
So Ellen's on a flight tomorrow. Maybe she can smuggle some in for you.
Some risotto, prawn risotto with a bit of calamari. Okay, well, talking of New Zealand and Akarana, here are the two top New Zealand boats duking it out for third.
So Keegan's made the decision not to come back with
he's gone right into Nielsen Park.
All the way over.
Right into Bottle and Glass.
Yeah.
Looking at the pretty ladies on the rocks, I reckon. He's that close. So massive split.
Big risk. Someone's going to be right and someone's going to be wrong. There's a fair bit of pressure in this left-hand side at the moment. So
yeah, well, Balmain, his Henry Larkins and the team, they were 6th yesterday. Just going into a little bit more pressure up off George's Head as they tack. Okay, Yandu is around. We're just getting that clock running. He's just around and on their way to Shark Island. Clock is running. It's going to be a big delta again.
Kite going up. They're set. Away they go.
Yeah. They can just sit back and enjoy this, that's for sure. That's Camp Cove left of screen, Lang Point, Watson's Bay, there's the Western Channel Pile, Eastern Channel Pile, Watson's Bay Hotel. It's a tour guide of the harbour there. And Yandu are on their way. What we're seeing, where did Finport end up?
He's coming out, he's high on starboard, but he's down on pressure. I don't think that's...
Says he rolled a dice there, old
He
Keegan.
has. We'll see how he goes when they come back together. He is high on starboard tack, but he's not getting through the water super fast.
No, it's lightened off this breeze, that's for sure. No, he doesn't look too bad, actually.
Well, if he keeps that height, he doesn't look too bad, Pete.
Well,
there he is, top of picture above Yandu. There is the Finport.
Yandu almost down to Bottle and Glass area. But there's Finport going upwind.
Still high on starboard, so he's still managing to carry that shift.
Remember, he was very close to C-Tech when they split away. Oh. Keep quiet. I'll keep quiet. Okay, Yandu's clear. So he's almost at the jibe at Nielsen Park, and still no one's round. That's 2 minutes now.
So they've extended further. Okay, Black Knight around now, Pete.
Okay, well that's 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
That's incredible. Their upwind speed is just next level, isn't it?
Still getting through the water beautifully. They jibed on a really nice puff there. So far they've picked this angle back into the island beautifully.
Yeah, they can afford to just take it very easy. No need to push anything here.
Fang just having a look under the boom, just trying to pick the right angle.
Yeah, they're still at it. There's very good crew. Here they go.
Quite early.
Yep.
But they can always jibe again.
Yeah, they don't want to be forced
but
pressure down the side of the island, I don't think. They just...
That's it. Nice and easy.
Yeah, sit
Nice
back and
and
enjoy
safe.
it.
Yeah.
Well, Black Knight's round.
Only
second.
one on wire at the moment.
Yeah.
Starting to go 2 on wire.
So there's the VMGs. Yandu at 14.4. Black Knight at 17.
15, 14 on the Yandu.
Yeah, they only just started pulling 3 strings and powering up, so they'll be building. There they are now.
You could nearly drop the spinnaker so far in front.
Running quite as deep as they can there.
Yeah.
They're well above the mark at the moment, and down pressure a little.
It's the Germans on the left, running into Nielsen Park.
You can see the difference in speed between the 2 boats there. But no dramas for...
No, Yandu just
Yandu.
very casually going down to get a bit more pressure. Black Knight jibes. Jibed a bit earlier than Yandu did. Well, there's Yandu just down the side of Shark Island now. Fairly high on the mark. Still got reasonable pressure. 3 on the wire.
Yeah, that's the main thing. If they're still pulling 3 on wire and speed, the bow's coming away now, so they've just picked up another little puff, get them down a bit of depth. But yeah, an emphatic victory to these guys. Really convincing. Start to finish win. It's getting a bit soft there now. Look back on the Black Knight.
Just got to put the bow up, slight pressure, but now they get a puff right at the right time.
Yeah, they're away again now. Lots of ease in the kite.
That's what you want. Lovely. Extend a little bit past the mark, jibe, and it's almost done.
Yeah, the breeze is round quite a way, so they can afford to go fairway in here. They're just going to set up now.
Great jibe.
Yeah, the breeze down considerably here at the moment.
They're just doing a little bit of untangling of the trapeze wires there, nice and calm.
Grab the spinnaker sheet, Louis, and
Now they're out, and away we go.
yeah. No, it's a lonely pilgrimage for these boys. They're way out in front by themselves.
They won't be complaining.
No. Outstanding performance to go with their win yesterday. 2 out of 2. Pretty solid start. Hunting a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, not 3 stretched out yet,
No.
so they're
Fang just sitting on the wing.
yeah, just coming out now as
Yeah.
they get a little bit more pressure.
And Tom said they like 3 strings. They're at their best when they got their legs straight. Well, they're just getting that puff now, and here we are with them.
Really?
leisurely run here to the finish. They're just past Point Piper, the western end, and it's all over Red Rover. 200 metres to go.
The Black Knight just rounding the Shark Island mark now, Pete.
Okay, he's still in touch of second place, that's for sure. Now they're just getting a bit of nice pressure on the Yandu. That famous red and blue oval that's been around for many years on the harbour. Firstly with Woody Winning's father, the great late Choco Winning, and Woody winning titles with it, and now Tom Needham and Fang Warren and Louis Brake win the second heat of the JJs. All but there. They're just getting down now. They'll just come across the line. No more jives. There's the finishing mark. Just going out of screen at right. Or will they jive? No. Look, just standing in the boat now. And here they go. I'll get the clock running. There they go. Bow down and over. Wonderful.
Wonderful indeed. Exceptional performance from those three boys today.
Can't speak highly enough of it. So, meanwhile, back at the ranch, it's the Germans, the Black Knight, have also sailed an exceptionally good race. They've jumped away from the third place getter. They couldn't match Yandu, but they've certainly matched the rest of the fleet.
Yeah, big improvement from the boys from yesterday. We
Put it down to Baz Atkins, or what do you think?
He'll claim it.
And it looks as though in the background, Finport's got himself to third.
Yeah, just in front of C-Tech.
That's a good effort from Keegan to consolidate that third if he can hang on. Tell you I'm missing here is Rag. Where's Rag? Anyway, we'll get back to that in a moment. They're the leaderboard and our Germans. Rag is 7th at the moment. Interesting to go with his performance yesterday, where he finished 5th.
But a really good battle for third here between Finport and C-Tech. This is hotting up. If C-Tech can get a bit of a roll over the top of Finport.
Yeah.
And they're pushing each other up there, pushing each other, which could allow ASCC back into the game, but there's a bit of a gap. Keegan's just pushed C-Tech up into the lee of the island there, and now he's trying to scoot away 3 strings. He seems to have done
a pretty good job, actually. Finport. He's down for the finish. He's laying down the finishing line with a Black Knight off camera. He got carted above this finishing line, and he's just about to finish the Black Knight in the distance. We can see. I'd say
now C-Tech with
close.
a boomer rolling over Finport. Off it again now. Breeze really toing and throwing them down here.
This is the battle for third. Finport and C-Tech. Great shots here we're getting. This is a great battle. Keegan can hold him out. That's what he's hoping. C-Tech's got a puff. Starting to roll him. Nothing in it. Both above the line. They've got a jibe to come back. They're not laying down to the finish.
C-Tech won't be able to drive until Keegan does.
Finport's got him locked out at the moment. Great battle for third. Game on here. Oh, C-Tech got one there that Finport hasn't.
Yeah, probably just starting to get into Finport's air there.
Yeah. Way down to Lou at ASCC. Powering along Point Piper Shore, and as is Balmain. Now, CTEC got enough room to jibe. They've got a jibe to come back. Yeah, I think CTEC's having a look at it.
And they're going to have to nail this jibe.
I don't think they can.
And I'll tell you who's sneaking in as ASCC.
Keegan's got to judge this jibe perfectly. He's going to have a piece of them. No, see. Oh.
I think they've both overcooked it
No.
here. Oh, he's pinned them out.
Pinned them out.
But here comes ASCC now. He's going to come
they're
at
below
Keegan.
the ley line.
And the Balmain.
Oh, CTEC in all sorts of trouble. CTEC away below the ley line. Balmain screaming in. Off. ASCC have got a jibe. Finport's going to get there, or are Balmain going to get there? Balmain.
On
well
starboard.
done. Balmain third. Terrific performance.
Incredible.
Oh, ASCC.
Oh.
Couldn't pick it. Couldn't pick it. ASCC and CTEC are prawning here.
Right of the boat.
They're
in
prawning.
big trouble.
Absolutely prawning here. They've got to get a hurry on. Here comes Rag. CTEC trying to get the spinnaker on board. Oh.
They're in all sorts of trouble here.
Meanwhile, Rag are powering down with Lazarus and Vycobi. Oh, CTEC just getting the spinnaker on board. Well, Finport took him to the cleaners there. Now, CTEC have got to get going. Well, the Rag will get there in front of them, I think.
The Rag's on starboard.
Yeah, so take our breaths here. So it's Balmain third, then it was between Finport and ASCC, then Rag now, then CTEC, Lazarus, then Vycobi. Gee.
Very bad
Wow.
luck for the CTEC boys there.
Yeah. Well, they tried to have a go at Keegan and he wouldn't let them have a go at him on starboard. Had to jibe back again.
I did say they can't jibe till Keegan does.
Yeah.
And they paid the price for having a go.
Well, Balmain, they were the winners out of that. They got to third.
Certainly were.
We still don't know who got fourth and fifth between Finport and ASCC.
It was very close.
Yeah.
I think
I'll give it to ASCC.
ASCC, I thought the same, Jimmy. They just nicked it in there, didn't they, I think?
Okay.
We didn't have a perfect view down the line, but
No.
we weren't far off.
Well, we'll try and get correct weight before we go to bed. So Vycobi, I've got a ninth. I don't think I've missed anyone in that Helter Skelter.
It'll be right. It'll be right in the morning, Shippo, once the results are published.
Yeah, we've got Balmain third. That's to go with his sixth from yesterday. So, Shaw and Partners, Emma Rankin with Joel Turner and Brandon Bynick were coming across 10th with their number 2 rig.
Also, Shippo, just coming into shot now is CTEC have gone over and mentioned. I think they've had a word with the race committee. So
Okay. Well, I don't. Okay, now Josh Perepsky's missed his ley line here. What's he done? He's overcooked it, so he'll be
he's
next
okay
to
now.
Marine Outlet, 11. Then the Bigfoot made a bit of a comeback.
Just in front, we're looking at Smeg.
And Smeg
And
and
Wealth.
Okay. Don't leave your jibe too late. Here's the message. So Bigfoot across 12th. Smeg 13. Wealth will be 14. So what do we make of that between Finport and CTEC? I think Finport had all the rights there, didn't he?
I think so.
I mean, I don't know what he could... He was on starboard and CTEC was on port. But anyway, maybe there's a case somewhere there to work out. I don't know.
Honda Marine from New Zealand coming in. They've got the 6 behind them. They'll just do one jibe and in, and they'll get across the finish there. In they come. I don't think. Do you know what those spinnakers are, Jimmy? I don't know that they're Norths. They look a bit different.
no, the
Still a North.
New Zealand ones are
Yeah.
Norths, but from Norths in New Zealand.
Yeah, definitely a different cut.
Yeah, they're a different cut. I think they were similar to. Don't quote me on it, but Tech 2 with Jack McCartney, I think had a similar cut or got his shoots from Norths in New Zealand.
So we've got Honda across. Next will be 6th. So the only thing I'd say about 6th, Dole, is 16th.
Okay.
There we go.
6th.
6th is 16th. So I can't do any better than that for you, unfortunately for the 6th boys. Jacob Marks, Alex Marinelli and Matty Doyle, they're across. Well, and then there's a fair gap then. So what do we make of all that, Dole? It was pretty convincing for Yandu.
Pretty convincing from
Indeed.
Yandu, but what fantastic racing. For the first 2 days of the championship, it's certainly been a hot regatta, and, you know, like I said earlier, they're the players that we expected to be up there, but maybe the order's been shuffled somewhat, but we knew those boats were going to be in play.
And there we have the Goat and the Red Rockstar from Germany on screen.
Okay. Right, there's still a few. Where was our friend, the 18-footer? He was getting almost lapped. Is it still one spinnaker coming down, way in the distance?
Yeah, and I think he's behind that one. Shippo.
Is he right? Well, he's a long way off,
he's the yellow spinnaker, so I don't think he's quite at the top mark yet. I think the red spinnaker that we can see up there might be the Hoffel House. That's the Goat Marine UK with the black spinnaker. Looks like he's got the red Rockstar from Germany behind him, and then I think Beck Hancock in the Noakes.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
And then the Herfler House with the red spinnaker.
Oh, that's them there. Yep. Then the Kitchen Maker behind them. But here comes Goat Marine.
Yep. That's
representing the UK. GBR.
Goat Marine from the UK, they're across. So, Dole, just let's look ahead. A lay day tomorrow, and then we're back for Tuesday with 2 races, and early indications the breeze is going to be sort of in the east again, isn't it? Or northeast, perhaps 10 to 12 knots. That was what I looked at this morning, but things change, I guess.
Yeah, pretty looking eastish. And yes, in that sort of sub 15, 10 to 13 knots at this point in time. But
so there's
the forecast has been changing.
Yeah, there's
almost hourly.
2 races on Tuesday and 2 on Wednesday, so you would think there'll be windward-lewards, certainly, and races 3 and 4 Tuesday, yep. So race 2 is done and dusted, and Yandu were the absolute stars today as we're watching the German. Is that the Hoffel?
No, that's the Red Rockstar.
Red Rockstar. I've got to get my Germans right. Then Noakes.
Benjamin Bowringer, Mickey Martin and Tamara Bauman on the Red Rockstar.
And Noakes, well done to Beck, Noakes, and then the Herfler House. That used to be Hoffel House, now it's Herfler House. We've had German lessons overnight.
Well, I think we need to speak to Holger in the park and just confirm that. So,
does he speak English?
I'm sure he does.
I'll leave you to sort that out.
Lately, I'll trip otherwise.
Okay.
Here comes the Kitchen Maker, followed by the Victorians.
Yeah, these fell from grace. Kitchen Maker certainly was well up.
I feel like I put the kiss of death on the Victorians. The first time I've spoken to them all week.
Would you give them some advice, Jimmy?
I didn't give them advice. I just said, good luck, guys. And they said thank you, and that was the end of it. But I think it was enough to put the kiss of death on them, so I might stay away from the good guys. Certainly
scared them off.
from Victoria.
So that's the Victorians now with the blue spinnaker, and then I think there's just 2 more to come. Is there?
Yeah, well, the
18-footer just gone round the weather mark, but full marks to him for carrying on. And there's one at the jibe mark at Shark Island,
and the
Alan.
18-footers have got a spinnaker up the top there.
That's the yellow.
They're on their way.
And the Allen's just driving around the Shark Island.
I think we might say thank you to everyone, and again to all those people that have commented. We've really appreciated your comments. We say that every time, and a lot of new people are joining us, so we look forward to your company again on Tuesday, which will be, we commence at 2:20 Sydney time, 2:20 p.m. obviously, and the first heat will start at 2:45. You can have a sleep in tomorrow. We can have a sleep in and get our pronunciations right. There's the link if you want to donate to the Gotcha for Life, that wonderful charity who are our race sponsors today. So the day belonged to Yandu, Tom Needham, Fang Warren and Louis Brake. Clear-cut winners over Germany, team of Black Knight. They sailed exceptionally well as well. And then Balmain came from the clouds to grab third in a very exciting finish. So until Tuesday afternoon in Sydney, on behalf of all the Sail Media team, to Dolly and Jimmy and all the team behind the cameras and producers, we say thank you to those guys, and we look forward to your company on Tuesday. Peter Shipway signing off for the Sail Media team.